Sufi Culture Festival is an 8-day celebration that takes place each April in the city of Fez in Morocco to honor Sufi music and spirituality. The festival brings together religious leaders and artists from all around the world. Let's take a look.
The festival provides an opportunity for visitors to discover Morocco's spiritual heritage and to display a side of Islam that is not often understood. Sufism is the mystical side of Islam that emphasizes love and peace and whose message of universality transcends borders.
This is truly a beautiful festival, and my performance was planned with the organizers. I would add that this city, Fez, was a spiritual city long before it opened its sacred music festival and Sufi cultural festival.
Morocco has a long history with Sufism. In Morocco alone, there are 1,000 different Sufi cultures and brotherhoods. In turn, many new forms of ideas and music styles merge together to create new forms of expression.
This is not the first time I've participated in the festival. I live in Fez and participate every year. But this year I had a new experience with a new creation of Morocco Andalus Sufi flamenco.
Of all the dimensions of Fez, the organizers of the festivities explains it as the Andalusian culture that gets celebrated at this time of year, the one dimension into which all the others are joined together with ingenious alchemy. For more than 8 centuries, this dimension has come to encompass Arab, Iberian, Roman, and Visigoth cultures, has thrown Eastern and Western cultures into the same pot, and in the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom has made the different Abrahamic faiths commune with each other.
This was amazing, an unforgettable night. We were able to hear magnificent songs and were enchanted and moved. We were very moved by the Syrian singer. We are very grateful for this amazing night.
The annual Sunni festival will feature ritual music from Iran, Syria, Egypt, and many other countries throughout the Middle East.
In just a moment, we'll hear about this year's Tribeca Film Festival that's currently ongoing, but first some cultural highlights from around the world.
Rodin and Mapplethorpe reunited at the Grand Palace in Paris. One is representing photography of the 80s in New York. The other represents a sculpture of the 19th century in Paris. Yet their shared passion for the human body got them to be reunited for an exceptional exhibit. So find the sculpted bodies of Auguste Rodin alongside the explicit photographic representation of sexuality by Robert Mapplethorpe at the Grand Palace until September 21st. The Sotheby's Gallery in Hong Kong is presenting ancient Chinese erotic art from Ferdinand Berthollet's collection that is the largest in the world. The Gardens of Pleasure, Sex in Ancient China exhibit will feature 100 different works, including wrought bronze, ivory, painted porcelain, and silk pieces, as well as albums of print that hint at the vanished luxury and extravagance of China's bygone days. This collection that features works spanning a range of historic eras, from the Han Dynasty of the 3rd century BC to the Qing Dynasty that ended in 1911, will be on display until May 3rd. Contemplate life and inspiration. This is the philosophy of the young Natalia Zarabova. Under 40 years of age, the painter of Russian origin claims the new school of Barbizon wins the 2001 Fresh Paint Art Revelation of the Year in the Tel Aviv area. With her new solo show, she returned to the contemplative inspirations of the Barbizon school and sees this as style of the future. Contemplate the work of Natalia Zarabova in southern Tel Aviv, the Rosenfeld Gallery, until April 26th.
And now, Danny Swibel is here filling in for Shachar Peled in our weekly segment, Off Screen. So Danny, we already spoke about Cannes earlier in the show, but Tribeca is what's happening right now. What's going on there?
Yes, Tribeca is here. It is the 13th festival for them from my man Bobby D, or AKA Mr. Robert De Niro. And, you know, the story behind this is in the wake of 9/11, he wanted to put New York again on the map as this cultural mecca.
Lower Manhattan,
exactly,
give it a little...
Exactly, to show, you know, that this is what's special about New York. And there was a lot of special things culturally there. Obviously, it's not yet living up to, you know, Sundance and Cannes, but it is still new, relatively new. So
yeah,
there we go.
I think, what, 12? 12th festival
No, this
year?
is actually the 13th, the
13th.
12th year,
Pretty
13th
close.
festival. So again, this has become part of the New York fabric, the New York landscape now, and still building, I think.
Right. So what films are we going to see there?
Okay, so I came across this movie called Gabriel, which is from first-time director Lu Hao, and it's a story of a troubled teenager battling the demons of mental illness. Now, I know stories like this have been done ad nauseum.
Right.
We've heard a lot of stories like this, but the actor is Rory Culkin, the younger brother of Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
And this kid is known to choose more like fresh, offbeat sort of movies.
Right.
So I think this will be kind of special. He seems to be a bit selective. He recently, a few years back, starred in Electric Children, which is a bit of an unseen movie, but a very
Right.
nuanced performance. Igby Goes Down was another one of his early films. A really
I remember
nice
that.
acting.
He does a good job and interesting selection of roles, no doubt.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
Okay, we also have Boulevard, which is starring Robin Williams. This is a bit of a serious film, which is actually where I like to see Robin Williams.
Yeah.
His comedy days seem to be a bit in the past. He's starring in this movie about he's in a marriage of convenience, and he comes across this young troubled man, and it's kind of some of the things that go on with this and their special relationship.
Right.
This is from the director Dito Montiel, who actually is really well known for A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints, which was
That was incredible.
That
I
was
remember, and he
incredible.
has actually, if I'm not mistaken, he has a personal story that's very interesting. He used to be like he used to work in bars, and he has a bit of a shady past.
That's true. I have heard that. And the thing is, some of his recent films haven't had such success, box office wise and hit wise. But they're hoping that this could be his way to get back into the limelight with this kind of offbeat role. And especially Robin Williams is definitely looking for a bit of a hit himself.
What else?
Okay, so we also have a very nice Israeli movie that is premiering. It's called Zero Motivation.
Okay.
This movie is a dark comedy.
I can relate.
Oh, really? Maybe today a little bit. This is a dark comedy about everyday life of a young unit of female Israeli soldiers. And it goes through a lot of different clashes of personality. They're dealing with boredom. They're pretty much counting down their time until they finish their army service.
So, but it's not a documentary, you say?
It's not a documentary, no. The thing is, they're challenging each other in the game Minesweep. They're trying to get through a lot of clashing of personalities.
Sounds like
it's
fun.
a nice way to show a little
Yeah.
humor and sharp-edged wit in Israeli society.
Thank you so much, Danny.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's it from us for today. I hope you enjoyed watching our show. We leave you with something very special, The Adventures of Action Kid, Volume 1. Daniel Hashimoto, an animator and special effects artist at DreamWorks, has turned his son into an action hero. Check it out.
Except now he had a chart to let him know it.
Oh, sorry. Wybrałem tyły ziemi. It's kind of like a real gun.
Let's go to the souvenirs.
Real.